Alright, hold on. There we go. Alright, buddy, welcome back to another video here. We're going to be testing out the new guns because the new update today was literally something that I could just wait until tomorrow. Anyways, so I've been testing out these guns for a bit, and I have to say that they're okay. We're going to be trying to use the perk deck, the hacker perk deck, which I'll go more into later. But we're going to try and stealth this halfway through and then try and go loud to the last second. That way I can demonstrate it. So I think Bane's done talking, so I'll hit ready. Okay, skip. And then we'll go over here. So the new guns with the update are the signature SMGs, which we'll take a look at when we get over here. Which, by the way, I need to get packages. So, on my mask here.
Alright.
There we go.
Alright. 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 Got a guard.
Okay, there's one guy over there.
Got one over here.
So, anyways, I've been using these for a while now. Since last night. I've been doing some testing. And they're, I wouldn't say they're anything special. For loud, they're pretty good. The akimbo versions are pretty good. The single one, with the build,
Let's get the drill going.
I would highly not recommend using these for stealth. Not at all. There are much better stealth alternatives than this.
Okay, let's get the drill going.
Oh, I forgot about that guy. Alright, so we're gonna set up an ECM. Actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, I don't have the thing upgraded because the build that I'm using is very interesting, we'll just say the least. Here, I'm gonna tie up a few more hostages. Also, is there a package out here? I don't remember. I'll come back out here if I have to. But I do need to get these people tied up. Anyways, so the akimbo versions, right? Here's the speed. That's on full auto. And then I can switch it to... And then there's like burst, but I think that's only with Wolf HUD. Anyways, so I do like the full auto versions. They're very nice. Okay, that guy's dead. There we go. Alright, anyways, like I was saying, the akimbo versions are actually pretty good, but besides that, using it by itself I don't see as a good option. There are much better SMG alternatives, I find. There we go. Though it does do pretty good damage, I still think there are much better SMGs out there. Okay. Hey, get down. Alright, so I'm gonna hand this over to no one. Oh, okay, thanks, Flick. Are you seriously saying that after like 5 years of this game? Ex-military? Oh my god. I'm so used to those lines now that it's just... Yeah. Alright, got those. No, I didn't ask for the damn bag. Thank you for at least grabbing it again. I mean, they're freeing civilians. Yeah, there's no one freed here. Everyone's still in here, which I will tie you up then.
Got another rock right here.
But, yeah, I think like I said, there's really not much to talk about with these weapons. They have a pretty good fire rate on full auto. They're not too bad on single fire, but I do much prefer having the akimbos on full auto. Really where everything comes down to is the perk deck, so we might add that into the title because I can't find a picture, most likely, of this gun because they didn't add it in the new webpage, which I was very upset to find out about. Oh. So, one thing that I'm going to need people to confirm for me. Actually, we can do it right now. Here we go. Oh, okay. So, what I was going to ask one time was I was going to ask people to, if they could, look into ECMs affecting bulldozers, like basic ones, because the pocket ECM can actually do it, and I didn't realize that all of them can do it. Alright. But yeah, the pocket ECMs can stun bulldozers. Let's go around here. I need to find packages. Yeah, it's got a good stability. Here, watch. See, look. Great for bulldozers. Oh. Okay. Grab that. Oh! Got the cloaker. Okay, got a backup. Alright. The heck was that? Oh, that's just a red piece of thing. Oh god. I can't afford to get down. Get that guy. Okay. Yeah, this is not a good. One thing I've noticed is that you cannot use the you can't use the I guess is a bad example because I don't have any charges. But you cannot use the pocket ECM while getting tased. Okay, please don't get tased. Alright, cool. The other guy gets tased. I haven't tested it out on Death Wish, but I probably won't.
Hey, how does it feel, that near-death experience?
You probably would know that, Tony. You get the bag first. Get him. Alright, good. Alright, no money reward. That's what I wanted. So, you saw that with kind of sort of stealth. Not really, but I used that setup for... I was trying to use the hacker perk deck, and we'll be getting into that in a second. By the way, overkill. Cool idea. If people have the perk deck equipped, I think there should be a bonus for using that perk deck while still upgrading it. I think there should be a bonus. I think that would make players use a lot more perk decks. But just a thought. Anyways, we're going to be using the loud setup, which I think is a much better equivalent for these guns, and you'll see why here in a second.
I can't believe this shit!
Yeah. But yeah, so I think what I really want to talk about is mainly the hacker perk deck instead of anything else like these guns. And I'm gonna make them carry all of the bags because screw them. So anyways, the reason why I kind of want to talk about the perk deck more than the actual sort of guns in this video, which we'll still talk about the guns, and there's really not much to talk about in this. The other thing too is, and my opinion is that they're okay. A Kimbo version is probably the best you're gonna get. Singular, at least for like that kind of sort of stealth, like that sort of like stealth. That sort of stealth kind of like dodge kind of build isn't really working. By the way, I know where it is. It's supposed to be that one, I think. Oh. Ooh, tap fire, but both of them is interesting. I haven't really tested out with like tap fire, at least with the akimbo versions. I didn't think that would work out very well, but they're actually quite interesting. How did I... How? And of course, you know, you can use that, but... I was originally using full auto for these, but I think they're much better tap fire. Because you can kind of control it more. It is a bit silly because you're using akimbo SMGs with tap fire. And I don't know how I'm missing this guy. Alright, let's use singular. Oh. Mind you, I think I got rid of a lot of the skills I was using for this. No, the other one. There we go. You kind of just have to aim downwards. But it's an OKM SMG for like... For, I guess, the single fire. You just have to make sure that you get headshots. Because body shots are not going to do well. I mean, that's most guns, but you can really feel that it's more of a headshot gun. There we go. Meanwhile, the akimbos, doesn't matter, you can take body shots. I just realized, since I have mute contractors, it's not going to tell me when it shows up. Ah, damn it. It's been a while since I've been taken down by a cloaker. Thought I still had the hacker thing. Oh, wait, they have all the bags. Give me that. Thank you. Very good for crowd control, as I've said before, I imagine. Alright, gotta get wood now. Okay. Just, okay. Anyways, so what I wanted to demonstrate before we, leave. Which if we go down, it's not a big deal because I have a, I do have a medic bag. I do have to make sure I do this. Alright, so now... Great for full auto. Great for full auto. Like, when you have bullet, you know, bullet rain, whatever it's called. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's good, Vlad. I'm really happy for you, my dude. That's nice. Alright. God, that guy's weird. Anyways, so, what I mainly want to talk about, I thought I would just kind of stay quiet, you know, for people who want to kind of just, like, watch the guns be mainly played, not so much talking. In hindsight, they're nothing really special. You know, it was just kind of like, oh, we gotta add something because the character, you know. And it's nothing too special. It's not bad. It's not terrible. You can definitely do stuff with the akimbo versions. On its own, I think it's not as good, honestly. I think on its own, it's not a great weapon. Not for stealth, not really for anything. I mean, the ammo's nice, but overall, I just don't think it's a great weapon for single use. Now, what I do want to talk about is the Perk deck, and why I think it's probably the weirdest one that they've done in a long time. Actually, hold on, they did tag team, which no one uses. Anyways, so I like the idea of the whole pocket ECM. I just think it needs to be tweaked a bit more and a lot different than how they have it set up right now. A lot different. So, the main idea of this build is you use that ECM feedback to take care of large crowds. You gain health and you gain dodge from it. Now, for most players who might use this Perk deck, it's either going to be a lower tier kind of player, doesn't really know how the game works, might use it for stealth, and might use it for loud. It's kind of one of those like jack of all trades kind of characters in a way. Not a good one, but you could use it to that extent. But for dodge players, it's not great because it doesn't have enough dodge, I think, in order to help dodge players. And it's not great for loud players because it doesn't do too much for armor, you know, for the armor type players. So it's kind of at a weird kind of state right now. And I think this would have been a much better build if they went more focus on stealth than what it is right now. And what I mean by that is that the really only stealth perk deck out there right now is like Crook. And you could argue, or not Crook, I meant Burglar. What the what is wrong with my brain? But anyways, the main perk deck, right, for stealth is Burglar. Now you could use, say, I guess Crook, Hitman, or Rogue. Like, those are mainly the other ones you would use. But overall, it's going to be Burglar. Now, I thought this would be a great opportunity for them to introduce a new sort of stealth perk deck, where it was based on a utility like the ECM, you know, pocket ECM, so you would have like a third ECM. And you could upgrade it more and more. It'd probably be like a third ECM, pretty much, but like adding more stealth skills and everything. The only problem with that is that I can't imagine there would be a whole lot more stealth ideas that you could add into that. But yeah, just overall, this perk deck is probably one of the weirdest ones I've ever seen, and I really don't see too much use for it, mainly because in order for the pocket ECM to work, you had to be super close to your enemies. So for instance, like SMG players, like, you know, who use, like, say, Psychopath for, from Jacket will probably know this very well. It's like a more, it's like an automated, like, you can, like, not automated, but like a, it's kind of like a manual, Psychopath, so far as I seem to think. But there really isn't much use for this perk deck because, I mean, most players, if you're an armor player, you're going to be using either Muscle or, you know, Anarchist. If you're a dodge player, you're going to be, you know, using Rogue or maybe Crook. I don't know if people even use Crook anymore. But yeah, so there really isn't much said about the perk deck, even though that's where I would mainly want to talk about is the perk deck. Overall, I don't think the perk deck's at a weird stage where it's like, it's not really for anyone right now. It's for that player who kind of like sits back, like, he's like, you know, he can still do stuff, but you have him sit back for those like 6 seconds of ECM time. So if you're caught in like in a jam or like you're trying to finish something but it just screws up, you can flick on that ECM for 6 seconds while your teammates are running towards the finish line. But even then, like, most players, you know, they would bring ECMs and you still have like, what, 10 seconds? How much is an ECM? I forgot. How much does an ECM time go on for? If you have 2 ECMs, let's see, you're in about 25%. I'm pretty sure ECMs, like, they last like a while. Like, I think it's like you can have it up to like a minute. I could be wrong, of course. I forgot how long ECMs are. I think that might be 10 seconds, maybe. You need a place that hold G. One place will be activated for 20 seconds. Okay, yeah. So yeah, 30 seconds was a stretch. But yeah, you have like 40 seconds. So if you like upgrade it into like a third one, you would have a whole minute. But it's mainly just used as a quick 6 seconds. But all of your teammates would either have the equivalent of like, say, Jack of all trades, and would be carrying like 2 ECMs and a body bag, and another player carrying 2 body bags and an ECM, and then the other person brings whatever the heist needs, and then you have like an extra guy. Maybe you have 2 guys doing that. You have one guy who's mainly into loud. He has Jack of all trades, so he has like med bag or ammo bags, and then the equivalent of the other one in singular. And then you have the other player who's the, you know, this hacker new perk, and just brings this, and then still that kind of utility set, like the extra guy, but his throwable is sacrificed for extra 6 seconds. Even though his teammates, theoretically speaking, if there were 4 ECMs, that would be a minute and 20 seconds, but if it was 1, then it'd just be a minute. But I don't know. It's not really a perk deck I think will go down or like it's a new meta or anything, just because like it's nothing interesting. Or well, I mean, it's interesting, like the ECM, the pocket ECM, but I see different possibilities than it being sort of, oh yeah, let's do loud, but, you know, try to make it stealth when it's not really a good stealth, I think. But I don't know. I'll have to do some further testing. We could try to do further testing on the stream, but overall, I think the main point of view is that these guns. But anyway, so if you guys want to know what I use in these, these ones, I have the Funnel of Fun nozzles, as you can see here, to give that extra damage. I got some stability to make it more stable. Now, you can go either in the direction of auto fire, which, you know, I highly recommend for these. But if you also want that single fire, then just leave it as is. Don't go for the single fire output, because you're going to need to switch back between those. Short barrel you don't need for loud. Lead combo makes sense. And the extended magazine has real no consequences. It's just you get 60 extra bullets to use in the mag, not in total ammo. And then for this one is the loud equivalent. Has the Funnel of Fun nozzle. Again, I made it sort of more like a rifle. give it some accuracy, which I highly recommend putting it maybe into more stability, but that's just because since it's at 80, I thought, you know, put more in accuracy. Really, I don't know what to do with this, just because this gun is, at this point, I don't know how to treat it, really. It's like, it's not bad, but it's not great. You have the short grip, which no point. You have the lead combo. You got the magazine. You can put whatever sight you want on it. And then you got the 2-piece stock, which I highly recommend. And yeah. So the stealth equivalent of this, which I have it around here somewhere. It's this one right here. I just made it, you know, I have the bigger the better suppressor, which if you're going, like, if you want to go full on stealth with this gun, which I highly don't, I don't recommend you using this for, like, I mean, if you want to use it as like an akimbo stealth, then cool, but as it is, there's so many better alternatives for using like a stealth secondary instead of this gun. But if you did, just go to low profile and then you're good. But I try to use this mainly as like a pseudo stealth, but also kind of dodge. So I put the bigger the better suppressor. Put, you know, concealment, none of these, foregrip, you know, pretty much all of that. By the way, magazine still doesn't do anything. Also have the option of no stock, which gives it more concealment. And then for the stealth equivalent of these that are right here, again, I don't really see these being good for, I mean, you can use them for akimbo stealth, but I really don't recommend. But for these, I just use them kind of like as a dodge equivalent. So put the funnel fun, concealment, you know, auto fire, short grip, bunch of other things. But that's really about it. There's nothing interesting with the gun. Let's see, I did buy a copy of it to like show off, I think. No, did I not? Okay, let's just buy an extra one just in case. I don't care. I have money to spend. But yeah, so there you go. There's the signature rifle. Looks kind of cool. As it is right now, I don't see it being a good... It's a okay SMG. There are better SMG alternatives out there with better ammo pickup than this one. I guess I won't talk about the perk deck fully until like I fully have it set up and then test it fully. But as it stands right now, I don't see the perk deck being all that great. But to focus on the guns, akimbo equivalent, yes, I do think it's viable. For Death Wish or Death Sentence, I have no idea. I don't play on those difficulties as much anymore. For the single secondary, it's okay, but I definitely think it's much better for like that kind of dodge. But again, there are tons of better alternatives than this gun. Though I could be wrong. So they didn't give any like official stats or really show the gun that much on the website, so I have to use this. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow when the heist comes out. We'll probably be doing a stream of it, which if you want to know where my stream is, it's just on Twitch. Actually, I can't advertise this. Shoot, it's in the description, or you can look around on you can check my my homepage. It's up there. Yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, giving you a better demonstration. Fire rate's good. Overall, it's an okay weapon, but it's not good. Like, it's an okay weapon. There are better SMG alternatives. Yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next Payday 2 video, which will be coming out tomorrow, which should be really fun. I probably will just be making like an update and then streaming it and then making a video on it later. But yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.